everyone, welcome back to CBSE Learners. How all are you doing at your home? Are you fine? I hope you all are doing great at home and you are having a great time. Don't forget to study, just study hard. It's a type of vacation you are getting. Just use this time and study hard, okay? So in my previous video, I have completed the comprehension check plus part 1, right, of Tsunami from class 8 NCERT textbook. So today it's time to discuss the second part. So before I go into the lesson, have you subscribed to my channel or not? If you have not subscribed to my channel, just go and subscribe it fast, okay? And then don't forget to hit the bell icon because otherwise you won't be notified about my videos, okay? So let's move further into the lesson and let's see what happens in the second part. And as we have come through this chapter, we have understood that in this chapter we have learned about several people's story and how they survived while tsunami hit the bank or shores of Andaman and Nicobar Island, right? So in this part 2, we are going to read a story of a young girl whose name is Tilly Smith, who with her knowledge about tsunami which she has learned in her geography class has saved several lives, okay? And how she managed to help them and why her parents not allowed her to come in front of the camera. Everything we are going to learn in this second part, okay? So let's proceed further into the lesson, and you too, if you have a book, please take out your book and read along with me, okay? Now part 2. Tilly Smith is a British schoolgirl, was able to save many lives when the tsunami struck Phuket beach in Thailand. So Tilly Smith, she was a British schoolgirl. Her origin was British, but she went to Phuket for celebrating a holiday, right? So she went to where? She went to Phuket, which is in Thailand. Though she has won a number of awards, her parents have not allowed their daughter to be interviewed on television and made into a heroine, because it's not a matter to become heroine, right? It's a matter that she has saved several lives, but it was important that time. So her parents felt that it's a work done in good deed, but they didn't want to showcase her as a heroine. So what do you think? They took that decision, so you can think from your own. So according to me, because it was a good deed done and she saved life, so they didn't want her to showcase as a heroine because it's a good deed, not to show off, right? Now let's read the text. Now here is a story from Thailand. Now this story belongs to Thailand. The Smith family from southeast England were celebrating Christmas at a beach resort in southern Thailand. So the Smith family from southeast England. So they were actually inhabitants of southeast England, but they went to Thailand just to celebrate the Christmas Eve. Tilly Smith was a 10-year-old schoolgirl. So her age was 10 years and she was a schoolgirl. Her sister was 7 years old. Their parents were Penny Smith and Colin Smith. It was 26 December 2004. Deadly tsunami waves were already on their way. They had been triggered by a massive earthquake of northern Sumatra earlier that morning. So, what does a triggered word mean? See, you can see the glossary. Okay, triggered means caused. Okay, so triggered means caused. So, it is a hard word, triggered, which means caused. Okay, so what happened? It was 26 December 2004 when deadly tsunami. The tsunami is deadly, right? The tsunami was deadly also. So, deadly tsunami waves were already on their way. They had been triggered by a massive earthquake. They were caused by a, how they are caused? They are caused by a massive earthquake of northern Sumatra earlier that morning. So, it caused where? caused in northern Sumatra. It's a place in Thailand. Okay. Now, the water was swelling and kept moving in. Penny Smith remembered. So, he is recalling that how it was looking, how it was to him. Where the water was swelling. It was increasing. It's like becoming round and round, swelling. It's like becoming heavy and kept coming in. The beach was getting smaller and smaller. I didn't know what was happening. So, she felt that the beach is becoming smaller and the water bodies are increasing and swelling up, and she was unable to understand what's going on. Okay, now move to the next page. But Tilly Smith sensed that something was wrong. So, but Tilly was smart enough and she understood that okay, something is wrong is going to happen. Her mind kept going back to a geography lesson she had taken in England. But her mind, she was thinking about a geography lesson because the things were pretending to her similar with what her geography teacher had taught her in her class. Right? So, her mind kept going back to a geography lesson she had taken in England. Just 2 weeks before she flew out to Thailand with her family. So, when her geography teacher taught, before 15 days or 2 weeks ago, before she flew to Thailand. Tilly saw the sea slowly rise and start to foam, bubble and form whirlpool. So, Tilly has started noticing the changes in the sea, that it's swelling up, it's bubbling, it's creating foam and it's creating whirlpool round and round, right? So, she remembered that she had seen this in a class, in a video of tsunami. So, in their class, their geography teacher had shown her a video of tsunami. Okay, and in that video, she had seen that those whirlpools, how the waters are whirling up, how it's creating foam, how it's bubbling. Okay, everything she has seen in the video in her geography class, and she can relate to the video that okay, the same thing is happening in this place also within the sea. So she can understand, she can relate that something wrong is happening and it's undoubtedly tsunami. Okay, so because now the video belongs to, now that tsunami video was about 1946 when the tsunami hit where? The tsunami hit Hawaiian Islands. Okay, in 1946 same tsunami happened but in Hawaiian Island. Okay, now her geography teacher had shown her the class video and told them that tsunami can be caused by earthquakes, volcanoes and landslides. So the reason of tsunami can be either earthquake, it can be landslides, or it can be volcanic eruptions under the earth crust or under the sea. Okay. So Tilly started to scream at her family to get off the beach. So as she has related to the video, she understood that it's definitely tsunami. So she started screaming to her family that just come out of the beach. She talked about an earthquake under the sea. She got more and more hysterical. The hysterical means when you are hysterical, you shout, laugh. Means when you become hysterical, what the activity is you shout, you laugh. You become more excited. That yes, I know about this and I can assume that this is tsunami only. Just come out. Okay. So hysterical meaning is there in your book only. Okay. She got more and more hysterical, said her mother, Penny. I didn't know what a tsunami was, but seeing my daughter so frightened, I thought something serious must be going on. Tilly's parents took her and her sister away from the beach to the swimming pool at the hotel. A number of other tourists also left the beach with them. Then it was as if the entire sea had come out after them. So as soon as they have left the sea, it felt like the entire sea was following them and coming back after them. I was screaming, run, and she was screaming, just run and save your lives, right? The family took refuge in the 3rd floor of the hotel. Now what they done? They have took shelter in the 3rd floor, because if they are taking shelter in the ground floor and 2nd floor or 1st floor, maybe they can get washed with the waves or water. So they directly went to the 3rd floor and they took shelter. Refuge means shelter. So they took shelter and were at the 3rd floor of the hotel. The family took refuge in the 3rd floor of the hotel. The building withstood the surge of 3 tsunamis waves. If they had stayed on the beach, they would not have been alive. So they have, the building was that much capable to take the 3 three big waves, and it stayed without any damage. Okay, so it withstood means endured without collapsing. So it stayed standing without collapsing. The building was still like that. Okay. The Smith later met other tourists who had lost entire families. Thanks to Tilly and her geography lesson, they had been forewarned. Tilly went back to her school in England and told her classmate her terrifying tale. So later, Tilly went back to her school in England, and because of Tilly's geography lessons and everything she learned in her geography classroom in that video, she was able to warn the other tourists, and she had, with her warning, she had saved several lives. Right? So when she flew back to England, she had told her classmates about all the stories and all the terrific incidents she faced while she was in Thailand. Okay, so this second part is up to this, and I hope the Tilly Smith experience and her activity will encourage you. I hope you like this lesson. Comprehension check, there are a lot of question answers, so it will be better if I write down on the board. So in my next video, I will be giving you the question and answers comprehension check. Okay, thanks a lot. Stay tuned with us. Thank you. Bye.